Hello, 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 hello.
What's going on? What's going on?
What's
Yo,
going
yo, yo,
on?
yo, yo.
ENS Journey subs. We are back with another video. Like we said in the last video, we will be back to talk to y'all how we got to the point of being, doing IVF. Now, he's able to have kids. Me, on the other hand, I do have one, but I suffer from ovarian cysts, only on my left ovary, and I suffer with something called a frozen pelvis. I don't know if you guys know about frozen pelvis, from endometriosis. People can get it from PIDs. It's something that was new to me. And I had to do my homework and history on it. And suffering with cysts, I had 2 procedures done. One done back in 2014 and one done 2016. And the first one, they physically removed the cyst. And then this one I did in 2016 before we got married. They actually drained the cyst. Was it last year? Okay.
16.
Well, they drained it. So the cyst came back. And they did a laparoscopy because it was small enough for them to drain it.
Yeah.
So prior to after that and going to get my checkup, the doctor says, no, it was after. It was last year. It was last year. Because remember we was thinking, we was trying to have the baby. And fast forwarding that, went to see the doctor for the checkup. And the doctor was like, oh, it's a mess in there. You can't have a baby. It's done. I don't even know how the sperm is going to get there. And it had me down in a funk. And I was like, what are we going to do? It had me very depressed. I didn't know, what to expect. I know my husband wanted a child. It was really, really hurtful to know that I wouldn't be able to breed a child the natural way. So now, fast forwarding, I was seeing the fertility doctor, which had the experience but wasn't, how do you say, available all the time. Like, it's like playing cat and mouse. And I have to chase him down for this, chase him down for that, chase him down for this. And that was becoming really stressful. So I just was like, you know what? I had to take off of work one day, sat in a doctor's office for about 4 hours waiting for this man to send a referral over in order for me to get a histopenogram where they shoot the dye up into your uterus and see if the dye come out on the other side of your tubes. So that never happened. So one day, I happened to be thinking about one of my good friends, and I text her and whatever, just spontaneously, just, hey, I want to check on you. I don't know if this is still your number. Come and find out, she worked for this fertility doctor. Fast forward in that, we spoke about it. She said, well, did you and your husband have a baby yet? What's going on? Any kids? And I was like, no, we're going through stuff. It hasn't happened. I don't have the proper stuff to do it. It costs a lot of money. She was like, girl, your insurance cover this. I work for a fertility doctor. Let me give you their information. I explained to her what my diagnosis was. She said, girl, they do a lot of women like that. Fast forwarding that, I ended up getting in contact with the doctor, making my appointment. Lo and behold, beginning of this year, January, I was able to get my first appointment, which was February the 5th, with this doctor, Dr. Jeff Wayne. He's located at Share Fertility in Manhattan. And getting in contact with him, speaking to him, he was very, very, very hands-on, taking the proper steps, always available. I can email him. He's emailing me right back or before the day is over, or his nurses. When I say he was so dedicated, we weren't treated like a chart number. We were treated like people. We was treated like people who, because he cared, we cared, you know. And it's a great feeling when you can build that with a doctor.
Well, Dr. Wang, he was like basically like he welcomed us like basically welcomed us with like open arms.
Yeah, yeah.
The people in the fertility clinic, they were very nice,
Yes,
very
they was.
respectful.
Yes.
You walk in there, you don't feel like you're uncomfortable. You walk into a place and
feels like home.
Your body feels like you get this feeling like, okay, you're not comfortable. What am I about to get myself into? They were so comfortable. They explain everything to you. They make sure you understand before you leave out the room. You ask any questions. It's not one of them doctors that he's like, okay, you got any questions? All right, so I'll see you next time. You come back. It wasn't like that. Sorry. He was very like, okay,
genuine.
What don't you guys understand? What do you guys understand? And you can ask me the questions, and what if I can't get it to you now? If I can't answer it for you now, when you come back, I'll have the answer for you. That's what you want when you're going for a step in life to have another child, because you have to ask questions. If you don't ask questions, how do you expect to know what's going to happen from A to B or from C to D? Because now you're stuck.
Right.
Okay, I didn't ask no questions, so now I have this medicine. By me not asking any questions, I don't know you don't know when you're supposed to take the medicine, how many doses you're supposed to have, when you're supposed to take it. You're supposed to take it during the day, you're supposed to take it in the afternoon, you're supposed to take it at night, because some medicines are different. Some medicines reacts different to your body certain times of the day. You can take medicine in the morning, it might work, it might take a little bit longer. You can take medicine at night, being that your body's more relaxed, it might work better at night. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's true. And we asked a lot of questions because I have a frozen pelvis, and I was learning about my pros and cons and what if and could this happen and what's my scenarios, because about 80% of the world, women, when they're having kids, they're on their deathbed. So it's a risk that we do take as women, but I believe that God will cover us in this.
Of course.
So now the doctor we had, he ends up having to leave. But prior to that, we had to find a genetic counselor, because we have we're silent
carriers of
alpha thalassemia.
Yes.
So it's crazy how we both didn't know about it. I know that I'm anemic, but we didn't really know. But then when we went to the genetic counselor, it was so hard getting to a genetic counselor. The devil has his way of trying to stop everything.
Yes, indeed.
That you're trying to do. And we finally got in contact with a doctor that we was willing to go and see. And one of them, we spoke over the phone, and then I said to the doctor, well, my IVF doctor need, thorough proof of information that we spoke to. She said, well, I think you should maybe go into one of the offices and talk so they can give you a breakdown and show you. Well, lo and behold, we did find one at Mount Sinai Hospital up on 58th Street in Manhattan.
Yes.
And they sat down and they broke it down to us. And from the information I got over the phone to the information of sitting down was it was the same, but the one sitting down just gave us a whole format, laid it out, showed us like, you don't have this chromosome, so the baby will be fine. Thank God.
How did they explain it? All right. It's like everybody has chromosomes.
Right.
So you're supposed to have 2 plus chromosomes. It's supposed to look like this. Right? So instead of us having 2, we have a plus, and then we have a regular straight line, which means we're a silent carrier. Being a silent carrier doesn't mean that your child is going to have it.
Yeah.
Because you're not a high risk. Basically, right. It's like somebody.
We had all 4.
If we had all 4 lines, not like the plus, but straight. Like, I don't call them negative. I call them like negative and positive. Mm-hmm. If we had all 4 negatives, then it would be a high risk for us to have a child, because it's a risk that the child can have.
Yeah.
That.
And it's like disorders. It's like 2 other disorders behind the silent carrier.
But being that we are silent carrier, we can have a child, the child might have a slight chance of having being anemic, but nothing major. As a parent, you could deal with that. You want your child to be healthy. Nobody wants to have a child who they feel like is going to have a disability or have to go through so many steps. Because as a parent, it breaks you down, because you will want your child to be able to go out here and do the same things that another child can do.
Right.
And by your child being limited, it's going to hurt you as a parent. Right. It's going to encourage you to do better, and not just do better, but help different children who's dealing with that. Like they have a cure, like they trying to find cures for stand up to cancer and all these other things. They can find a cure for the alpha thalassemia and the being anemic and all these other things. So us being parents, if a child is have that, we would just come together, and find out how is there a cure. Just like they have something called the Jimmy Valvano Fund. Jimmy Valvano Fund is for people who had cancer. They're not just saying breast cancer or any kind of cancer. It's for all people who have cancer.
And we dodged the bullet with that one.
Yeah.
Because they thought
she had cancer, but
I had cancer in the ovaries.
But we dodged it. We dodged it like a dodgeball.
It's so important to get checked. If your family, is it hereditary, because it could skip generations.
Yeah.
It's so important. On my dad's side, they suffer from ovarian cancer. I found out about the sickle cell trait, that my grandfather was a carrier, but my dad was silent, but I don't have it. And my mom, she got through breast cancer. And then I have a cousin that had breast cancer, beat breast cancer, but then end up getting brain cancer. So, and it happened to one person of the breast and then the brain, and then I have another cousin that's suffering for breast cancer once again. So, and then I have my grandma that's, going through, stomach cancer. So, it's always so important to get checked. They have a thing called genetic testing for that, to check all your chromosomes, your blood. So, it's so important, ladies and gentlemen, to get checked for cancer, because it is spreading like AIDS was an epidemic at one point.
Prostate cancer, men,
you gotta
go to the doctor. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a man. I ain't trying to let no doctor put no fingers into something that says exit out only. But at the end of the day,
they can do it with blood now.
They can do it with blood. But at the end of the day, your body, your health, and living is important.
Yes.
Because you could be healthy today, and excuse me for what I'm about to say, you could drop dead tomorrow and not know what's going on with you.
Yeah.
Because the people are afraid to go to the doctor. Don't be afraid to go to the doctor. A doctor's not going to harm you. They're going to try and help you.
I'm a believer in that, because
let me tell you something. She can feel a pain in his wrist. Oh, I'm going to doctor.
No, if my pain is more than 3 days,
then I do
go to the doctor and I get checked.
But you have to have strong people behind you, because you can't do this by yourself. You have to have not one person. You got to have a bunch of people behind you. Because if you don't have nobody behind you, you won't be able to stand up. You need some type of motivation.
Behind you?
Yes. You motivate me, I'll motivate you. But at the same time, it's before you ask for help, you gotta help yourself.
Absolutely.
Because you can't ask for help, and the first thing somebody's gonna ask you is, well, what did you do to help yourself?
Can be an enabler.
You're gonna be like this. I ain't do nothing. You know what they're gonna tell you? So when you get a chance and you start helping yourself, you reach out to me.
Yeah.
Because you can't expect one person to just take their time and dedication constantly to help you out, and you just sitting back like you on vacation, relaxing. It can't. It's not gonna work. Life don't work like that. It's bad enough we have to go through the things we're going through right now.
That's a lot.
We dealing with a lot in this world. Not just us as human beings. We dealing with a lot. In order for us to fight for each other, we got to stand up with each other. You can't knock somebody down. You can't knock them down. Like the 3 black men in the Olympics. They didn't want them there because they fought for what they want. If you want something, you're going to fight for it.
Like you fought for me?
And I fight every day. We fight every day. like cat and mouse.
He was like, he was fighting.
Like a cat. And I ain't the cat and the dog.
He fight.
I fight.
Hard.
I fight. I'm not a quitter. You know, my mom and dad always told me don't quit. Because if you quit, it means you're going to continue to quit. You know, that's what I was taught. You know, everybody wasn't, you can't give everybody the same knowledge that you have or the same motivation that you have because they might not take it to heed. Not saying you, but I'm talking about people in general.
I give you good motivation and you take things.
Yeah, I'm not a quitter. You can tell me no, I'm be like, all right, but I promise you I'll get you to change your mind.
He is so adamant. He's so adamant about things. Like, he do not give up. When I tell you, he is like, always like, no, because this is what's going to happen and I'm going to keep trying. He could be down on his luck, but he keeps on trying. And with this baby, he like, nope, we going to try. We going to try. And here we are today. We just did our first ovulation.
Yeah, they said it was low
today
because, you know, I mean,
yeah. So this is like the first day.
Like first day.
So it shows us the face.
You get a face, but you ain't get no eyeballs. You get no nose. You get no lips. You just get a blank ball.
And that was hard because yesterday we tried it and we didn't know.
We were trying to build a clubhouse yesterday. And we was trying to be and putting stuff in the wrong place, and then
but we figured it out.
But we figured it out. You know,
and
we had to read the box. You know,
I got a ton load of medication. I got my pills already. I have my needles already. I'm just like,
I'm about to start calling her NYU in a minute.
I'm just, you know, you have to be mentally prepared for this journey. It is a journey.
You gonna hit a roadblock.
I was prepared for, like, if it work or if it don't work. I was not prepared for everything beforehand.
Yeah.
Like, I thought the process part was going to be easy, but it was like, okay, you got to go here for this test. You got to go here for this test. I kid you not. They took so much blood from me. They took a lot of blood from him, but they took so much blood from me. I'm like, oh my God. One test, they took about 8 tubes of blood. And I'm like, dang, they need all of this. They'll email me, oh, you have to go back and do this test. Oh, we need you to come in and do this. Oh, you got to do this. And I'm like, when does it start? Okay, but we didn't like the results from this test, so we need you to test this test now to see if there's anything in this department now. And it's like, when does it end? Like, IVF, you have to have
tons of patience.
Tons of patience.
Listen,
you and your spouse have to be strong.
Y'all gotta be willing to put you gotta be willing to put your backpack on, and you gotta be willing to just be like, yeah, okay, listen.
Some people are easy.
It's like an easy pass. You're gonna run into a couple roadblocks. You're gonna run into a couple ditches, but it's up to you and your significant other. Yeah, if y'all have the same state of mind, you be all right. Don't get me wrong. You might get that one point in time where your wife might be like, okay, you know what?
Forget it. Because I got discouraged. I'm not going to.
And I'm like, you know what I tell her? No.
I got discouraged.
Because, you know, you made it this far in life. If you can make it this far in life, it means you can do anything you want. Because if God didn't want you here, He'd have took all of us out a long time ago.
And the crazy thing about that is we're doing straight IVF.
Yeah.
My insurance, which is GHI, the high standard one, it makes you do like a step first. Like, you got to do IUI before you do IVF. I was able to go past it because they had to show proof or whatever on why I can't do the IUI. And because I have the frozen pelvis, so they was able to override the IUI part and go straight into IVF.
Now, men, if you not ready, I'm going to tell you right now, you better get in gear. Because if you think you ain't got to spit in no cup, you are totally wrong. I went to the place. When I said I was so uncomfortable because I've never did this before. So it's like something new to me. So I'm sitting there like, I'm not about to spit in no cup. What am I spitting in the cup for? I never spit in a cup before. But I said, you know what? It's not about me. It's not about my wife. It's about the child that we want to bring into this world. Was it funny? Did it feel funny? Yeah.
Why did it feel funny?
Because you spitting in a cup. What man wants to spit in a cup and he has a
But
wife
I'm
at
saying,
home?
like,
It don't.
did they give you like video or magazine?
Well, I mean,
what did you think of? What you had to think about?
It's
you
like
know?
it's like being in an interrogation room. You know how an interrogation room is? You got the window where you can't see in, but the people you can't see out, but the people can see in. But this room is soundproof. Like,
it's so crazy.
It's like a studio. Like, it's like a studio when you in there and you just have the headphones on and can't nobody hear you. It's just you inside that room, inside the studio. It's like that. It's like a soundproof room. It's like they have chairs and all this other stuff, and then TV, DVDs, and all these things.
It's crazy though.
And you know, then when you come in, you fill out the paperwork. The doctor's going to give you a tube.
You did a video on that, right?
Yeah, the doctor's going to give you like a tube. So you can be like, yeah, take the tube because you're going to need it and all this other stuff. And then you come back downstairs after you finish doing what you have to do. You come back downstairs, and then the doctor who's in the room, he's going to ask you your first name, your last name. He's going to put it on a cup, and then they do the testing, and they make sure that, you know, you don't have anything, you're not doing no drugs.
But it's crazy.
Like
not to cut you off, like, okay, I'm a man and I know I'm giving this stuff for me and my wife, but it's like, was it an awkward feeling?
Yeah.
Like, once you finish and like that nurse or that doctor know this man just went and had to, you know, spit in a cup, and it's like, oh my God, you could be looking at me funny.
I mean,
and then you got to do it again when it's time for them to do the egg retrieval. There's a room. I actually visit the room that is soundproof. They got everything in it.
Right, you got a chair, you can sit down.
I'll give you a video.
You got the TV and all that.
You don't gotta use that.
It's like, you know, I felt awkward. Because, you know, when you walk into a situation, it's like you take a step back and you think, and you be like, what you be scratching your head like, what am I to get myself into? Well, it was just like, well, whatever, you know. And
you did it.
I did it, you know. I did it, and you know, like they told me, my men, you know, it was like the SWAT team. You stand up at attention.
Oh, whatever. But anyway,
ready to march down the hallway.
Lo and
behold, they're holding that. They have to hold they call it the semen until they ready to plant it.
No, you actually got to do it again. Because that semen they checked it, that was that doctor, the semen analysis doctor.
Okay.
Now when they go to do the egg, the day they do the egg retrieval for me, that's the day you got to go spit back in the cup at the IVF clinic.
Oh, at the clinic. Oh, okay.
And then they'll take that fresh juices and mix it with my egg, and
you get a little you.
A little us.
Yeah. But
we're hoping for a girl. Pray for us, because we want a girl so bad. We're surrounded by boys. We want a girl. Really, really, really want a girl. Anybody know any ways of dealing with this? Or I'm about to start the shots maybe in another week or two. Yeah. So anybody know, like, I told my husband, you know, I want him to give me the shots, but I'm going to try to do the shots myself. I'm a music head, so I think I'm going to play some music while I'm giving myself the shots or whatever. They do tell me that some people get pain, and because you always got to keep pricking yourself. I think it's twice a day. Yeah. One of my medications sits in the refrigerator. One of them is sitting in the room with us. So it's like, I'm afraid of the cold ones, because I'm like, that's the one that goes under the skin. It might hurt, you know, because it's cold. Yeah. But, you know, we will stay tuned. Sorry, guys. But we will keep you guys updated. We will stay in tune with this. Like I said, today was day 1 of the ovulation. We will vlog every day. We're going to make it our business to vlog it. I actually met a great couple that are YouTubers. the Ellises, down to earth people. I had an opportunity to meet them yesterday, and they are amazing, inspiring, well put together. You know, they have their ups and downs, but they still manage to keep a solid ground: family, marriage, relationship, and that's what it's about. Shout out to the Ellises. Thank y'all again for that first meet and greet. My husband wasn't able to attend, but I did inform him on everything, and I hope that they do have a couples one. I really, really was grateful to meet them. Y'all don't know how much that meant to me, because I just idolized them, not in like groupie mode, but just how they are as individuals and as people. So thank you again to the Ellises for, you know, allowing us that opportunity to ask y'all questions and y'all give us answers and have one-on-one talk. So yeah, thank y'all for watching. I know this video was kind of long, but we will get more into details of this IVF process. We will get some more into details of us. You will see more videos with both of us together. We are going to make this happen. We have to make this happen. Not just for you guys, but for